Welcome to Japanese Made Easy, where we use advanced techniques like pattern recognition and contextual learning so you can quickly and easily start speaking Japanese.
Hi, Greg here. Welcome to Japanese Made Easy, episode 18. We haven't been doing much review to start the lessons in the past few episodes, so make sure you're listening to the exercise audios from previous lessons. In this lesson, we'll learn a new usage of the wa particle and a new counter. First, just repeat.
1匹、2匹、3匹、
One more time.
1匹、2匹、3匹。
When Yuko asked Kazuya how many pet dogs he has, he held up one finger and said,
一匹飼っているよ。
Then, holding up two fingers, Yuko said, Oh, really? I thought...
2匹飼ってる。
Kazuya replied,
いや、一匹だけだよ。
In English, we use the word have, as in, I have one dog, or I have two dogs. In Japanese, think of the word as keep, as in to keep a dog, to keep two dogs. With that in mind, listen to the exchange one more time. When Yuko asked Kazuya how many pet dogs he has, he held up one finger and said,
一匹飼っているよ。
Then, holding up two fingers, Yuko said, Oh, really? I thought...
2匹飼ってる。
Kazuya replied,
いや、一匹だけだよ。
Speaking of dogs, but not using the word dog, and instead using our counter for small animals, tell a friend you keep one.
一匹飼ってる。
Tell an elderly neighbor you keep one.
一匹飼っていますよ。
Speaking of cats, tell a friend you have two.
2匹飼ってるよ。
And polite.
2匹飼っていますよ。
Again, we cover the teru and teimasu verb endings in Japanese Mastery Method, but simply put, think of it as current situation is. So literally, this is along the lines of two small creatures, current situation is to keep. Speaking of hamsters, tell a friend literally, three small animals, current situation is keep.
3匹飼ってるよ。
And polite.
3匹飼っていますよ。
Let's round it out by learning how to ask how many of a particular animal a person has. Pet is a super easy cognate. Just listen.
ペット、ペット、
Yumi asks Kenji if he keeps any pets.
ペット飼ってる？
He replies,
うん、犬飼ってるよ。
Yumi asks,
何匹？
一匹。
listen again.
ペット飼ってる？
うん、犬飼ってるよ。
何匹？
一匹。
Okay, you try it. Ask somebody if they have any pets.
ペット飼ってる？
How would you say, yeah, I have a dog?
うん、犬を飼ってるよ。
Try saying, yeah, I have a cat. More literally, yeah, current situation is to keep a cat.
うん、猫を飼ってるよ。
Polite Japanese, yes, I have a hamster.
はい、ハムスターを飼っていますよ。
Speaking of pets, or the animal that was just mentioned, ask how many.
何匹？
Literally, that's what number of and then the counter for animals. Let's expand on that. Ask, how many do you have?
何匹飼ってる？
And polite?
何匹飼っていますか？
All right, let's get a new usage of the wa particle. This is a surprisingly simple concept, and I think you'll find it refreshingly easy. First, I assume you know the numbers 1 through 4 in Japanese. We need them for this usage of wa, so here they are just in case.
1、2、3、4。
Now just listen. 2 plus 2 equals 4, expressed in Japanese.
2たす2は4です。
Listen one more time.
2たす2は4です。
So,
足す
translates as plus.
2たす2
Then,
は
and
4です。
you try real quick. In Japanese, and paying attention to the role of the wa particle, how do you express the idea 2 plus 2 equals 4?
2たす2は4です。
Let that sink in a bit, and we'll come back to it. Let's try another one. This is a common and joked about example of basic Japanese grammar. Holding up a pen, real or imaginary, and pointing to it, saying,
これはペンです。
This wa pen is. Notice anything in common in the wa usage? We have 2 plus 2 wa 4 is. This wa pen is. How about if we express this idea? Mr. Donut's wa donut shop is. My name wa Greg is. It's probably not apparent yet, but all of those sentences have a common underlying theme. Yes, they contain wa. Yes, they contain des. But what else? I just want to get you thinking, and maybe you figured it out. I don't want to give you the answer just yet, though. Let's do some native language integration. This is a great technique to get you thinking in terms of correct Japanese word order and particle usage without being overwhelmed by meaning and vocabulary. So let's try it. I want you to rephrase the following English sentences using wa and des. For example, if I say, her name is Jill, you say, her name wa Jill desu. Okay, let's try it. This is coffee. This wa coffee desu. Even if you can say the whole thing in Japanese, don't for now. We'll do all Japanese later. The point is to focus on the wa particle usage. I really want it to sink in here. Change this phrase. McDonald's is a hamburger shop. McDonald's wa hamburger shop desu. 3 plus 3 is 6. 3 plus 3 wa 6 desu. Okay, last one. His name is Eric. His name wa Eric desu. If you did all that without any trouble, you've just mastered a fundamental usage of the wa particle. With that, let's dig a bit deeper. First, we need to talk about the SLT, or superliteral translation. For this usage of wa, we'll go with the idea of in fact. So let's try it with the examples we've seen so far. 2 plus 2 wa 4 desu. Let's replace wa with in fact, giving us 2 plus 2, in fact, 4 is. This wa pen desu. This, in fact, pen is. Mr. Donuts wa donut shop desu. Mr. Donuts, in fact, donut shop is. My name wa Greg desu. My name, in fact, is Greg, or Greg is. So that's what this usage of the wa particle is doing. It's used when we make simple factual statements or demonstrate equivalency. By simple, I mean there is no emphasis. We aren't stressing it. We're just making a statement that something is in fact something. We aren't making comparisons. These statements aren't opinion. My name is Greg. The thing in my hand is a pen. Mr. Donuts is a donut shop. Simple, non-opinion factual statements. This is the underlying idea I was hoping you might pick up on. So let's try some more examples, but all in Japanese. Imagine you're at a party and somebody points to cake in the shape of a flower. So it's not clear that it's cake. They ask you, "What's this flower-shaped thingy here?" Using our stating simple facts with wa pattern, make an unemotional, unstressed, simple factual statement telling them simply, "This is cake."
これはケーキです。
That's a little bit firm sounding, so we'll add the yo particle on the end, which softens and is used when giving new information to somebody. So this is a bit better.
これはケーキですよ。
A little kid is learning math and makes a mistake, saying,
2たす2は5です。
let's help out. Say, 2 plus 2 is 4.
2たす2は4です。
Around Easter, we start seeing rabbits made of brown,
チョコレート。チョコレート。
for sale in stores. Let's go with the short version of the word, just
チョコ。チョコ。
a Japanese person asks, "What's this tinfoil covered rabbit?" Tell them, "This is chocolate."
これはチョコです。
Referring to the pen in your hand, somebody asks, "What is that?" Tell them, "This is a pen."
これはペンです。
You thought it would be cool to give your pet poodle a lion's mane haircut. A little kid asks, "Is that a lion?" Tell them, "No, this is a dog."
いいえ、これは犬ですよ。
We'll switch over to casual in just a minute, but as usual, so that you won't confuse this usage of wa with other particles, let's give the pattern a name. We'll call this stating simple facts with wa. Definitely write that down, commit it to memory. If you're over 18, maybe tattoo it on your ankle or something. But do remember this. As again, it's how you can self-check and keep different wa usages separate and clear from each other. So again, this is stating simple facts with wa.
And now here's your tip of the day from Japanese Made Easy.
In the field of language learning, among both students and those who create courses, there seems to be an assumption that, well, language is something we speak and something we hear, so an audio-only course is the best way to learn. Well, not really. I mean, here I am making these podcasts, and I'm nevertheless telling you that an all-audio format is not ideal. It's pretty good. I mean, you've hopefully learned a lot here, but here's the thing. For the majority of people, vision played a major role in the acquisition of language. I don't mean for reading, I mean for learning the meaning of words and phrases. Honestly, all 5 senses play a role in learning a language, but since we're primarily visual creatures, that is, most of what we know about the world is processed through our vision, that means most of what you learned in English was done visually and had visual context. In an all-audio format, the stimulus, if you will, always has to come through your hearing, and that's often not the ideal way. So for me to test your recall of the Japanese word for red, for example, I have to ask you, okay, how do you say red in Japanese? Whereas in a course that uses video, I can say, you're about to see a series of colors on screen. Please say each one in Japanese. So I can just show you a color and you name it. With video, I can make you think directly in Japanese. That limitation of an all-audio format is why there are a lot of topics and themes I'm avoiding in this podcast. And it's why I always encourage you to check out our Japanese Mastery Method course, because it features video as well as audio. Long term, if you really want to become conversational in Japanese, a combination of video and audio is the way to go. Okay, back to it. Megumi, my mind went blank. What's 1 plus 1 again?
1たす1は2だよ。
What is this dessert?
これはケーキだよ。
What's that brown-looking candy over there in the shape of a rabbit?
それはチョコだよ。
Easy enough. For casual Japanese, instead of desu, we can use da and yo on the end when giving unknown information and softening the statement a bit. Is that a lion? Tell them, no, this is a dog.
いいえ、これは犬ですよ。
We'll eventually learn to ask these questions in Japanese as well, but as the questions also require particles, I don't want to mix up different uses for now. So let's do a few more common, useful constructions that might come up in daily conversation. If you know how to say these in Japanese, go for it. If not, don't worry about it, as it's the simple facts with wa pattern that we really care about for now. Polite Japanese, somebody says, "Excuse me, do you know what day it is today?" Tell them the fact that today is Tuesday. Start with the time word today.
今日は火曜日です。
Today wa Tuesday is. Same thing but casual Japanese.
今日は火曜日だよ。
You overhear a person say to themselves, "Wait, what day is tomorrow again?" Help them out. Say, "Tomorrow is Thursday."
明日は木曜日です。明日は木曜日です。
Change that to casual.
明日は木曜日だよ。明日は木曜日だよ。
A really little kid points to a dog and asks, "Is this a dog?" First, polite, say, "Yes, this is a dog."
はい、これは犬です。
Let's try casual, so we need to replace hai and des. Casual Japanese, yeah, it's a dog.
そう、これは犬だよ。
You hear a commercial mention that Valentine's Day is February 14th. How might they have stated this simple fact?
バレンタインは2月14日です。
And casual?
バレンタインは2月14日だよ。
A quick note, since we're learning this usage of wa, it's possible that it would be dropped in these casual sentences. But it's not a rule. It may or may not be. So for the sake of getting very used to where it belongs and having it sink in, we won't be dropping it. The word for
京都、
the city and
今日、
the word for today sound similar. So let that help you remember.
今日、
I'm going to.
京都、
Say that a couple times.
今日、
I'm going to.
京都。
Casual Japanese. Ask somebody, "Is today Valentine's Day?"
今日はバレンタイン？
Is today Halloween?
今日はハロウィン？
Is today Christmas?
今日はクリスマス？
Alright, your homework is to make simple factual statements using English and the what particle first. Do about 10 of them throughout the day, then do another 10 using only Japanese that you know, and or using the practice audio, which is available at JapaneseMadeEasy.com. As always, feel free to get in touch at greg@JapaneseMadeEasy.com with questions or comments. And I'll see you in the next episode.
This has been another episode of Japanese Made Easy. For additional practice audios and downloads, visit JapaneseMadeEasy.com.